All right, so if you ever mixed oil and water, you know they don't just blend, right? Like the oil floats at the top, water stays at the bottom. Like the two substances, it's two separate layers sharing the same jar, but they never become one. This is exactly how public and private matters like exist in the eyes of the law. It's separate layers, and if you try to mix them, what happens? You get a mess that benefits only the system, the government, not you. Understanding this separation is crucial to when you walk into a courtroom trying to defend yourself. So when you bring private matters, let's say an issue about a private trust or your private rights, when you bring that into a public court without the proper approach, that's like pouring oil into water. Like the public court is geared for public U.S. citizens and public issues, right? It doesn't know what to do with the private rights and private people, private matters. Then often you're gonna see the judges themselves like they're kind of uneasy or maybe even ignorant about handling a true private argument. Might have to go back to the books. They, they might even try to convert your private matter into a public matter. That's because that's not the right venue for you. All right. Guess what? If they do manage to even make that happen, even a little, you lose the purity of your claim. You can't defend your private right. Your private issue gets absorbed into a public jurisdiction, and then you're back to playing by their rules, the statutes and codes, not the real rules. All right. So, what does this mean practically? It means like if you're suing or defending yourself, you need to be crystal clear under which jurisdiction, which realm you're operating. If you step in as a public citizen, a public good citizen complaining about a constitutional right, which we often do, you might get told, sorry, yes, no standing, constitution doesn't apply here. Who knows what you might be told, right? Because in the public realm, the judges often pretend that your rights are, whatever the legislators say, like whatever the statutes and codes say, right? But if you come in the right way as a beneficiary of a trust or as a private citizen with private rights through like an equitable claim, then that's like marking your issues as private. You're essentially saying, hey, Your Honor, I'm oil and I intend to stay oil. I don't mix with the water. The court, then they got to adjust. Like they got to either flip the script and shift into a court of equity to accommodate your private rights, all right, or they're violating you. So they might have to seal the proceedings to keep it private, which that's what they should do, to exclude the public jurisdiction, public people, or they gotta handle the case under a whole different, procedures and everything. Like everything changes. It's all good signs that you have maintained your private status. That's what matters here. But then, if you go into the public, operating as a strawman public U.S. citizen, then you're gonna have that oil and water problem trying to mix it, and that doesn't work. You're gonna get a mess. That doesn't favor you. This is a private matter, and this public court has no jurisdiction over it. That is what you want to tell them. That's gonna send them scrambling, trying to figure out what to do. All right, now the just don't make them don't allow them to have jurisdiction over you. You want to play on your own turf, home court advantage. Keeping the public and the private separated. That actually protects you. It ensures like your case is heard by the right principles, fairness, truth, in confidence, the private right, and it's not lost in the chaos of the public and the policy statutes, administrative stuff, blah blah blah. Right? It's a core part of the lawful remedy. Like never commingle public and private rights. Like oil and water, you got to keep your rights, floating clearly on top of the sea of statutes and codes that they try to bring you down with. All right. In the end, it's your clarity that forces their respect. Don't try to dilute your own private rights. Keep them pure, keep them private, keep them separate from any public interest at all. Now, we're going to do a deeper dive into this because we can't afford to not know our rights. So, comment private, and I'll send you a link so you can join class. And I mean, they tell us ignorance of the law is no excuse, so we got to learn our rights, man. I see you on the inside.